Okay, Task Manager app using PHP and SQLite. So let's start a project called, let's say, Task Manager System. It's okay, Task Manager System. And in this project, we will create a task manager using only PHP and SQLite and run this on our terminal. So what we need, we will start autoload with the namespace app and a require of extension PDO, and this requirement is to use SQLite. Okay, this is our composer JSON that we need. Start a new folder called app and run composer install to install our vendor and extensions. So we have our composer log. So let's check out this tutorial. I will use this tutorial as a base to connect to SQLite. And the first thing we need to do is actually what we already did and start a file called index. So let's do it. Index.php. Okay, but before we copy and paste this code, let's start another file called config.php, like it is in the tutorial, and copy and paste the code there. And here we will start a variable path to SQLite file. Okay, this is where our database will be. Okay, next we will start another file called SQLite connection and use the code there. So new file SQLite connection.php. Okay, paste the code. It's okay, save it. Next, what we need next? We need, okay, start a folder db. Let's start the copy and paste the index code. Now we have all the code we need, and this is what we will use the entire time to connect to our database, and this is really helpful. And I think we have everything we need. No, let's start the directory. We need to actually create the database. So let's start the directory of the database and a file called, I think it was php SQLite.db. I think the file name is like that. Okay, so let's start the file, and now we can run our server. So let's do php/s localhost and the port. Okay, it's running. So let's see what is okay, connect to SQLite database successfully. This is what we have in our index. So this means we have a connection to our database. So we are nice. We have everything we need to. So let's, based on migrations from Laravel, let's start the same thing. So first, create a folder in our DB directory called migrations, and now create a file. Let's say create task table. Okay. Yeah, create task table. It will be our migration. Here, what we need? We need to, of course, require our the autoload and use our namespace app. We will need the SQLite connection file, and we will use this code to connect to our database. So I will keep the messages, so we will sure that we have a connection when running the migration, and then we will create the task table. And I'm already receiving things from Copilot, what is amazing. So let's check out. He give me a create table task with an ID, a task name, a description, a completed, created at with a current timestamp, and a finish at. It executes the query, show me if the task table is successfully created, and finish and close the database connection. So let's run it. Okay, it was successfully connected and the task table was created. So yeah, our migration runs okay. So let's open our database. I'm using PHP Storm, so it will start this automatically. You probably need to install some extensions to run this, but yeah, we have our tasks table. Okay, as simple as that. A few files, a connection to a database, and we have everything we need to start our PHP SQLite project. Yeah, so now a new file called task.php. We will create a class to start our tasks. So this class, what we will have, we probably have the name and the description will be enough. So it's a PHP file. We start the namespace app because we want to import this everywhere, and create the class task with task name and description. Yeah, save it. Now we need a model, so this will not be an MVC, but let's keep the model idea. So let's create a new file. Let's try something from PHP Storm. Okay, PHP class, what it will give me. Oh, it asked me for the name of the file, so let's add task model. It will be in our manager app folder. Oh, and it's already started the namespace and the class name. Okay, so what we need in the model is our public constructor, right? So let's start public. Oh, this is so cool. Public construct, and now he will start our SQLite connection, but actually I think I will use the same code we have been using. So I will copy and paste. This is probably code repetition, so but it's just a small project. Don't do this if you are building something serious. This is not serious, but you know. Okay, I will use this in other functions, so I will create this as this and make it private for only this class. Okay. Now we want, okay, I have this in caps. Let's change it to small. Okay, it's better like this. So we need a function to create the task, right? So let's add the function add task, and as a parameter I want a class task. It will already give me the code to insert a task and description values. It will prepare the SQL. Okay, this code, it's more than enough. Yeah, it creates a task with a task name and a description. If it binds from our task class the values and executes. If it not, it will return null. Okay, what is telling me? Shell instruction can be extracted. Of course I will accept this, so split the workflows. What this does is we don't need the else. If it doesn't enter in the if statement, it will return no automatically. So it's an improvement on code. For adding a task, I think I have everything. So now, because we are using this in our terminal, I will create a folder called sh, like shell, and start a new file or a new script. It will be in PHP, and because we want to add a task, let's call it a task. Yeah, it's okay, a task. So what we need, the same thing. We want to be in our namespace app. We need our vendor autoload, and I think this is 2 folders behind this one. Exactly, 1, 2. Okay, it's yeah, it's correct. 2 folders behind, and now we will use our SQL. Before that, let's start our task name variable and require from actually read line and show this prompt message, enter task name. What this does is actually show this message and record what the user writes in these variables. So now we can start our task class and give the task name inserted by the user, and the task description for the description that the user enters inserted. So what we need is start a model and now call our add task function created before. Let's retrieve a message that said task added and the ID to make sure it was added. So let's run this. Check out to the folder sh, and now php add task php, and it's asked us for the task name. Let's say task 1, the description, let's say task add test add task, and it doesn't work because it can't reach our file, and I think it's because of our configuration. So our yeah, I think our path to the database file is not correct because it's it's 2 folders behind, like our vendor, because we are running this inside the sh folder. It's 2 behind. Yeah, so I need to add // and this, it should work, I hope. Let's run it again. Okay, task 1, description, test add task. Okay, nice, it was connected successfully and added the new task. Let's check it out, refresh our database, and it was added. Nice, we have a script to add tasks. What will be cool now is show them, right? So what we need to do is the same thing. Go to the model. Where is the model? And create a function to show tasks or get tasks. I'm not sure about the name, so let's start by public function get tasks. Get tasks. No, or I should I get only one task by ID? No, let's make it simple. Get tasks for now. So what I need to do is, of course, create our query. Let's say select all from tasks, prepare the query and execute it. Now to show it, we need let's start a task array. Okay, and now we need a loop for every row that is in our database and add that data to our array tasks and return it, because in our script we will show them. So Exactly. I think this will work. We have our function to get the tasks, return an array with them, with the data. So what we need now is start a file in our scripts, and as same before, let's call it get tasks. Okay, and here we can copy these two things only because the rest doesn't matter to us. So now we will start our task model. Yes, call get tasks, and now we will show the tasks. So let's print the message and create a loop to run every task in our return array and show it the ID, the name, and the description. So let's run it. PHP get tasks, undefined get tasks. I think I miss the name exactly. It's neither it's get tasks and not task. Okay, and it works. We have a script to show our tasks. So this is all, and next we will see how to improve this with AI. So let's do it.